India's number 2 and number 3 telecom operators are on course for their mega merger. But just before the deal goes through, promoters of both Idea Cellular and Vodafone India are infusing capital into their respective companies. Now, what's prompted them to put in all this money? Is it the competitive intensity triggered by Reliance Jio, or is there a more urgent need for these funds? Soumeet Sarkar is standing by to tell us exactly where that money is going. Soumeet.
So I'll start off with the current debt position of both the companies. Now, Idea Cellular has a net debt of close to 56,757 crore rupees, and Vodafone India has a debt of close to 61,833 crore rupees. But the merged entity, that is Vodafone and Idea, would have a much lesser debt of close to 1,02,490 crore rupees. Now, these figures are according to Vodafone press release. So let's see where is the difference amount going. Now, Idea's promoter, that is the Aditya Birla Group, will be infusing around 3,250 crore rupees in the company, and Idea Cellular has plans to raise around 3,500 crore rupees additionally going forward. Now, these two fund raising would be used by the Idea Cellular to reduce its debt, which would bring down the debt of Idea Cellular to close to 50,000 crore rupees, and this will be transferred to the merged entity. Now, Vodafone India, on the other hand, has a debt of 61,833 crore rupees, out of which it can only transfer 52,483 crore rupees of debt. Now, why such an amount? Because Vodafone India, according to the merger agreement, Vodafone India can transfer an excess debt of only 2,476 crore rupees more than what Idea is transferring. So, if Idea is transferring a 50,000 crore rupees of debt, Vodafone India can transfer additional 2,476 crore rupees of debt. Or for the remaining 9,350 crore rupees, it will be getting around 2,000 crore rupees by selling its 2.5% stake in the merged entity to the Birlas, which it will use to pay that debt. And the remaining 7,390 crore rupees, there will be a fund infusion by the global parent company, that is Vodafone Plc, which it will be used to repay the remaining debt of 7,390 crore rupees. Now, this raises the question whether this fund infusion was required at this point of time to reduce the debt. Yes, it was, if the merger had to go through. Now, according to the merger agreement, the net debt to EBITDA of the merged entity, that is the leverage ratio, at the point of completion of merger could not exceed 6.25 times. Now, the merger is expected to complete by June 30, 2018, and at that point, the leverage ratio, that is net debt to EBITDA, cannot exceed 6.25 times. Now, currently, the merged entity's net debt to EBITDA is at 6.9 times, because the total debt is around 1,15,000 and the 12-month ended September EBITDA is around 17,000 crore rupees. Now, this EBITDA figure could be further under pressure going forward, because there's a 57% cut in the interconnect usage charges, which would impact the earnings of the company, and also there's continued competitive intensity in the market, which would impact their EBITDA going forward, and this leverage ratio could further rise. Now, as Vodafone's debt contribution to the merged entity is linked with that of Idea Cellular, a fund infusion from Idea Cellular was a must for this merger to go through. Now, after this fund infusion of close to 6,750 crore rupees, the merged entity's debt would be close to 1,02,490 crore rupees, and the leverage ratio, that is net debt to EBITDA, would be close to 6 times. So, this fund infusion plus the whatever money that they are getting from the stake sale in the tower assets will act as a buffer for this merged entity for the merger to go through.
Okay, Soumeet, I think the question that shareholders of Idea, the listed company, and then eventually the merged company will be asking just one pertinent question, and which is that what does all of this mean for us? So I'm assuming that if the Birlas are putting in more money into Idea, their stake in Idea will increase. So what does this mean for the minority shareholder?
See, for the minority shareholders, that is the Idea public shareholders in the merged entity, they will be owning less stake in the merged entity, that is around 26.4%. for a company which will have less debt. Now, earlier they were supposed, before the fund infusion plans, this was the proposed shareholding pattern of the merged entity, where Vodafone was supposed to own 45% stake, Idea promoter at 26%, Idea public shareholders would have around 28.8%, but now they will have 26.4% stake in a company which will have less debt.
Okay, so effectively they might own less of the company, but they'll own a healthier looking company.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, that is what is expected to come out.
All right. Okay. I think that wraps it up for us. Anything else you want to add for our viewers in terms of things to watch out for as this fundraise takes place and the merger closes?
Brokerages are very bullish on this merger and also because of this fundraise, because it shows the promoters' commitment in the company and the fact that they are putting in money and they're not asking from the public shareholders to put in money. So it's a good thing. That's what brokerages are pointing out.